Get ready to journey back in time as we reveal the remarkable lives of the stars who have surpassed 100 years and more. These talented actors and actresses are living memories from Hollywood's golden age, showing true strength, skill, and elegance. Their long careers cover many changes in movies, from old black and white films to today's stories, and they show a strong love for acting and the ability to keep going through tough changes. Today, we honor 30 amazing people who have given so much to entertainment and inspire everyone young and old. Let us honor their lasting greatness, their bold parts in films, and the deep drive that keeps them loved by millions. These 100-year-olds have seen wars, big shifts in the industry, and huge changes in movies and TV, but they still stand as towers of creativity, power, and lasting culture. Despite her relatively brief time in Hollywood, Jacqueline White's influence remains strong among fans of classic films and noir enthusiasts worldwide. She gained prominence in the 1940s, rising quickly due to her captivating presence on screen. Jacqueline is best known for her roles in Crossfire, a 1947 film that broke new ground by addressing themes of anti-Semitism, and The Narrow Margin, a suspenseful noir from 1952 that has become a must-see for fans of the genre. Her screen presence was remarkable. It combined elegance with a sense of being grounded, allowing her to portray characters with a nuance that conveyed both vulnerability and resilience. Although her career was promising, Jacqueline White chose to leave Hollywood at the peak of her fame to focus on her family. This decision highlighted her values and priorities, showing she valued personal life over continuing fame. Even after stepping away, Jacqueline never completely disconnected from cinema. She took part in film retrospectives and classic film festivals, where her presence was warmly welcomed and appreciated by fans and film historians alike. Now, over 100 years old, Jacqueline White is a living connection to the golden age of Hollywood. Her performances continue to be studied, admired, and celebrated, serving as a reminder of a time when film was reaching new heights and shaping popular culture. Her contribution helps define an era that still influences filmmakers and audiences today. Additionally, Elizabeth Kelly's name holds a special place in the hearts of British television viewers, particularly those who followed long-running soaps like EastEnders and Coronation Street. Known for her strong, grounded portrayals of working-class women, Kelly's characters often served as emotional anchors in the fast-moving narratives of British soap operas. She had a remarkable ability to inject humanity and complexity into roles that could have otherwise been overlooked, making each performance feel lived in and real. Her television career stretched across multiple decades, during which she became a familiar and trusted figure to audiences tuning in week after week. Whether offering tough love, comic relief, or heartfelt vulnerability, she never failed to make her presence felt. Her longevity on screen reflects both her personal resilience and the deep respect she earned in the industry. Even as she moved away from active work, her past performances continued to be rerun and celebrated, keeping her memory alive with a new generation of viewers. Now at 103, Elizabeth Kelly is not just remembered as she is revered as a staple of British television history. Born on July 16, 1921, in Bootle, Liverpool, Kelly grew up in a working-class family and showed early interest in acting. She began her career after World War II, joining the Liverpool Repertory Theatre in the 1940s, where she honed her skills in stage productions. In the following years, she moved to London and appeared in numerous radio dramas and early television shows, building a steady reputation for her versatile performances. Her big break came in 1979 when she joined the cast of Coronation Street as Violet Wilson, a sharp-tongued spinster who ran the Victoria Street Guesthouse. Violet became a beloved character for her eccentricities, such as her habit of lying in wait for the rag and bone man, whom she called the Raven Cottons Man, in her broad Lancashire accent, leading to many funny scenes. Kelly played Violet for over 20 years until 2004, when Violet passed away in the show, and even returned briefly for a cameo in a later episode to say goodbye to her grumpy character. Beyond Coronation Street, she made guest appearances in popular programs like EastEnders, where she popped up in a storyline back in 1985, adding her witty charm to the Walford community. Her roles often highlighted everyday struggles and joys, from family dramas to lighthearted moments, and she brought depth to parts that stood out in crowded ensembles. Off-screen, Kelly led a full life. She married David Wilkinson, an RAF pilot, and they had a son together. The couple enjoyed traveling, and Kelly spoke fondly of her adventures. After David's passing, she continued her passions, including fundraising for charities and enjoying gardening in her home. She even had a customized license plate for her car that read VTLWD, spelling out Violet Kelly as wonderful house doctor, a nod to her iconic role. As she aged, Kelly remained spry and entertaining, celebrating her birthdays with lively parties and interviews where she shared stories from set and behind the scenes. At age 100, she marked the milestone with cards from fans across Britain, and she often expressed surprise and delight at her enduring fame. Living in a care home in her later years, she kept up with news and entertainment and stayed connected to old friends in the industry. Her personal story of resilience, from post-war acting gigs to becoming a national treasure, inspired many in the field. She also appeared in documentaries and specials revisiting her career, where she joked about her lines and shared insights on aging gracefully in show business. Throughout it all, her contributions went beyond the screen. Kelly advocated for better roles for older women and supported actors' unions. She remembered the early days of television, when sets were basic and crews worked long hours without much pay, contrasting that with the modern slick productions. Her humor and down-to-earth attitude made her a favorite among co-stars like Helen Worth and Sue Nichols, who praised her timing and kindness. Even today, reruns of her episodes draw viewers who laugh at her antics or get teary over her tender moments. At 103, Kelly occasionally participates in online tributes and lives a peaceful retirement, though she has spoken of missing the stage lights. Her life exemplifies commitment to the craft, from small roles in the theaters of Merseyside to starring in one of Britain Jong's longest-running shows. Fans often send her messages and gifts, keeping her engaged with the world outside. In interviews, she reflected on how her characters mirrored real life, offering lessons in patience and laughter. She educated young people on the history of British soaps, explaining how they captured social changes over the decades. Her work represented the hard-working spirit of ordinary folk, blending comedy with heartache. As a result, her influence lingers in new projects that honor veteran talents. She once said acting was about truth, and her path proved that age added richness to her portrayals. Seasoned viewers still quote her lines and debate her best scenes, showing how she shaped pop culture. Even amid personal challenges, like adapting to a quieter life after decades of performances, Kelly maintained a positive outlook. She shared hobbies like reading classics and watching modern dramas, always with a keen eye. Her birthday celebrations grew larger over the years, with tributes from industry figures acknowledging her impact. Now, as Britain's media evolves, her legacy stands as a reminder of timeless appeal. People discover her through streaming services, introducing her to younger audiences fascinated by historical television. She inspired campaigns for retirement homes that encourage creative activities, drawing from her own experiences. Her story includes anecdotes about memorable off-set mishaps, like forgotten lines leading to improvised comic gold. In the end, her warm presence bridged generations, inviting people to cherish enduring stories of strength and joy. Furthermore, Elizabeth Kirkby's early life began in England, where she grew up, and started her journey in the world of voices and stories. She first made a name for herself in broadcasting, sharing exciting tales on the radio and in media. Later, she traveled to British Malaya in the 1950s, becoming a well-known figure by connecting with people through her warm personality and engaging talks. Her talent for talking and telling stories drew many listeners, helping her build a strong path in communication. As she continued her adventures, Kirkby decided to move to Australia, where she found new opportunities to shine. There, she joined television and radio shows, and one of her biggest roles was in the soap opera called Number 96. This show was special because it broke new ground, talking about important topics and changing how people thought about daily life. Kirkby's work in it made her a familiar face in many homes, showing her skill in entertaining and touching people's hearts. But she didn't stop at acting. She wanted to make real differences in the world. Driven by her caring heart, Kirkby stepped into politics in the 1980s. She became a member of the New South Wales Legislative Council, representing the Australian Democrats. Her work focused on key issues like education, helping seniors, and making sure everyone had equal chances. She pushed for fair rules and better learning for kids, and she fought for rights that older people needed, like good health care and respect in society. Her vision was always about kindness and helping others, making her a leader who thought deeply about what was right. Even after her time in politics ended, Kirkby kept surprising everyone with her energy. In her 90s, she went back to school, which surprised many because most people slow down at that age. She studied hard and worked toward a special goal, In 2014, at age 93, she earned a PhD, a very high degree from university. This made her one of the oldest people in Australia to get a doctoral degree, showing how much she loved learning and growing her mind. It was a big step, proving that even with gray hairs, people can keep chasing new ideas and achievements. Now at 103 years old, Elizabeth Kirkby remains an inspiring person. She lives her days with the same curiosity and drive she has always had. Every day, she shows that age does not stop anyone from gaining knowledge, joining community efforts, or living a full life. Her story teaches others to keep exploring, helping neighbors, and never giving up on dreams, no matter how many years have passed. Through her broadcasting days, her time on stage, her political stands, and her late-in-life schooling, she has built a legacy of strength and care. People look up to her as a model, knowing that staying active and interested in the world brings true happiness and purpose. Her path from England to Australia and beyond highlights how one person can wear many hats. In the media world, she captivated audiences with her clear voice and lively message. On the political stage, she championed causes that built a better society. And in her senior years, she embraced education again, earning that PhD after years of dedication. Each chapter of her life adds to her tale, showing resilience against challenges and a never-ending quest for more understanding. Today, even in her later years, she stays engaged, perhaps reading books, joining discussions, or sharing wisdom with those around her. Her actions remind everyone that the human spirit can thrive at any stage, pushing boundaries and inspiring the next generation to follow suit. However, Eva Marie Saint kicked off her film career in a major way with her standout performance in On the Waterfront in 1954, where she worked alongside Marlon Brando in a story about workers struggling against corruption on the docks. Her role there was so compelling that she won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, putting her right in the center of Hollywood's attention. People noticed her for her elegant style, her delicate way of acting, and her ability to command the screen without being showy. Then, in 1959, she delivered one of her best-known performances in Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest, a movie that changed spy films forever by mixing suspense, mystery, and charm, and Saint brought a perfect blend of intrigue and deep emotions to her character. Her work didn't stop there, as she kept building her reputation with roles in other films like Exodus in 1960, where she handled dramatic themes of freedom and conflict, and Grand Prix in 1966, which was all about high-speed racing and excitement on the track. Even as the years went by, she stayed active, showing up in newer movies such as Superman Returns in 2006, proving she could fit into stories from different types of films and times. Saint was also praised for her personal life, marked by her steady dignity, and her marriage to director Jeffrey Hayden, which lasted a long time, and showed her strong values away from the cameras. At 100 years old, she stands as a true example of old Hollywood's fine manners and the lasting power of film classics, still admired for how she brought strength and grace to every part she played. Moreover, actress Janice Page has lived a remarkable life full of passion and perseverance, shining brightly in the world of entertainment for many years. Her journey started when she was just 5 years old, where she performed in local shows and began to build her skills during the challenging times of World War II. Even at that young age, she drew people's attention with her stage and screen acts, moving smoothly from one to the other with great ease. Her talent shone through, and she quickly became known for her energy and skill. As she grew older, Janice moved to bigger stages, and her big break came in 1954 with her role in the Broadway musical The Pajama Game. There, she played Babe Williams, bringing charm and funny moments that made everyone remember her. Her performance was full of heart and laughter, and it turned her into a true star in the theater world. Audiences loved her spirit, and critics praised her for her timing and grace. Janice did not stop at Broadway. She also stepped into Hollywood films, where she showed even more of her talent. In 1957, she appeared in Silk Stockings, a musical opposite the famous dancer Fred Astaire. Her role highlighted her singing, dancing, and acting, proving she could handle light-hearted fun as well as deeper stories. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, she starred in many films and TV shows, including dramas that let her explore different sides of herself. She became a familiar face on TV, appearing in popular series and even soap operas like General Hospital, where she entertained viewers for many years. Beyond her work, Janice faced personal challenges that tested her strength. She was married 3 times, and each experience taught her about love and loss. Yet, she never let these hardships slow her down. She kept working, adapting to changes in the entertainment industry, and stayed resilient. Her story is one of endurance, as she overcame both professional hurdles and personal struggles to keep performing and inspiring others. Now, at the age of 101, Janice Page remains a living legend in American entertainment. She is more than just an actress. She represents timeless charm and the ability to change with the times. Her early start, her Broadway triumphs, her Hollywood roles, and her TV appearances all show how she mastered her craft. Her life is filled with memories of joy, hard work, and a love for performing that never faded. Even in her later years, she stands as a symbol of grace and adaptability, proving that true stars never truly retire. Her influence on stage, screen, and television has inspired many, and her journey encourages people of all ages to follow their dreams with determination. As one of the oldest living actors over 100 in 2024, Janice continues to be admired for her contributions to music, comedy, and drama, leaving a legacy that feels fresh and inviting. As we celebrate these enduring icons, the 30 oldest living actors and actresses over 100 years old in 2024 stand as vivid testaments to the magic of time. Their performances etched into our collective hearts like timeless treasures. They have outlasted eras, from the silent film days of flickering reels to the dazzling spectacles of modern blockbusters. Their voices and faces bringing life to characters that have shaped generations. Imagine the stories they could share. Tales of working alongside legends like Charlie Chaplin or Marilyn Monroe, navigating the Hollywood machine through its golden age and turbulent transformations. These centenarians have witnessed the rise of television, the digital revolution, and even the humble origins of social media, all while honing their craft with an unwavering commitment to the art form. Their resilience shines through in every smiling interview, every thoughtful anecdote, reminding us that passion for storytelling transcends birthdays. They have dodged the hazards of aging with grace, their bodies perhaps slowing, but their spirits blazing brighter than ever, participating in projects that inspire awe in fans worldwide. From stage to screen, they have embodied heroes, villains, and everything in between, their accents and mannerisms becoming cultural landmarks. Even as the industry evolved with color films replacing black and white, special effects overtaking practical stunts, and streaming changing consumption habits, these trailblazers adapted without losing their essence. They have confronted personal tragedies, societal upheavals, and the ever-present uncertainty of fame, yet their legacies remain unshakable. Honoring them means recognizing the backbone of entertainment, the artists who paved the way for today's stars to shine. Their longevity challenges our notions of possibility, proving that with dedication and a touch of luck, one can contribute to mankind's narrative indefinitely. As we admire their vitality, from Eva Marie Saint's elegance at 99 turning 100 this year, to Norman Lear at an incredible 101. Each name evokes admiration. These figures have not just lived long, they have lived purposefully, influencing cinema's evolution and touching countless lives. In sharing their journeys, the video invites viewers to reflect on their own aspirations, the people they admire, and the enduring power of human creativity. Perhaps one day, future generations will look back and marvel at how these 30 souls redefined what it means to age with dignity, their stories continuing to inspire long after the credits roll. Their impacts ripple outward, encouraging younger talents to pursue dreams with the same fervent spirit. Even minor roles they played in decades past hold profound meanings, teachings in humility and perseverance that resonate today. The entertainment world owes a debt to these survivors of history's storms, their performances a bridge between past and present, fostering appreciation for the medium's history. Spacing out interviews with clips from their illustrious careers creates a tapestry of wonder, each centenarian's tale interwoven with another's, forming a chorus of triumph. They have mentored indirectly through example, showing how to handle rejection, reinvent oneself, and cherish the spotlight's warmth. Communities celebrate them, from honorary awards to fervent fan letters, affirmations of their cultural permanence. As technology advances, preserving their wisdom in digital archives becomes crucial, ensuring future seekers can learn from these library of living history. Their health battles, overcome with poise, add layers to their personas, humanizing the larger-than-life figures on screen. Friendships forged on sets from yesteryear endure, a network of mutual support that defies age's divides. Even in retirement, many remain engaged, lending voices to charitable causes or advisory roles, their influence far from waning. The video culminates in a sense of awe for their collective endurance, a reminder that true artistry thrives beyond numerical